Yeet. Today's video is going to be my first ever top 5, and I'm thinking this will be a cool series to start doing on the channel, and the subjects could be anything, but at the moment I'm going to stick to music related topics, as the title suggests. Today's video is going to be about my top 5 guitar heroes. I love guitar, and these guys are my guitar heroes, so I might have waffles, but it's because like they were so important for me as a guitarist and as a musician, so I had to go into detail. Coming in at number 5 on my list, this guitarist was a lad. Jimi Hendrix. I just feel like Jimi Hendrix was just class. Hearing songs as a kid, like Purple Haze, how iconic is like just the intro to that song. I just think he's one of like the original rock stars, and yeah, as a kid he really impressed me, and the fact he sang while playing, that just adds to his coolness. Even now when I take the time out to listen, some stuff still blows my mind, and that was like 50 years ago. And a lot of people might go, oh he's wanky him, he just plays loads of stuff. Honestly, there were some class rock guitarists, you know, like Jimmy Page or Eric Clapton. They might stand out. There's probably more, don't be fuming at me, but back in the day, I feel like he just totally ran circles around everyone. Another cool thing about him is just the fact that he friggin' played a right-handed guitar, but left-handed. He just went, yeah, I can do what I want, pal. And he had a cool afro. Don't forget about that. I think my favourite songs, off the top of my head, Purple Haze, obviously that's the one everyone knows really. My personal favourite of his songs is Castles Made of Sand. It's just a beautiful song. Voodoo Child, that's a class song. Little Wing, Foxy Lady. I think the other one, off the top of my head, I think it's called Crosstown Traffic. Onwards and upwards. Coming in at number 4, we have a guitarist who's probably a bit less known than Jimi Hendrix, but true guitar nerds should know who he is. Bumblefoot. Very short off-topic story. When I was 10, I went to Leeds Fest and I saw Guns N' Roses with the new lineup, and Bumblefoot was there, and that just blew my mind. Thanks for taking me, Dad. Yeah, Bumblefoot, just a wicked guitarist. He's like got that big brain energy, but I don't know, some of his solos are so melodic, and some of them, yeah, they are shreddy, and he plays the fretless neck, or technically the fret. Instead of wood, it's metal. Just his actual songs with like great solos on just blow my mind, and he's got loads of really impressive riffs as well. So the songs that stand out for me with Bumblefoot, I would say Real. I remember hearing that. I think that was one of the first ones, and it's just like 2 and a bit minutes of madness really. Absolutely class song. But you know, as you start to like listen to the rest of the catalogue, there's so many more cool songs that you could try. The Abnormal album was probably my favourite when I was growing up. At the moment, I would say Little Brother Is Watching. He does so many soft songs as well as like the thrashy fast songs. It's just crazy. So off the top of my head, I'm going to have to go with Normal and Abnormal are both amazing songs. Totally contrasting. I really like Shadow. On Little Brother Is Watching, I would pick Sleepwalking, the title track of the album. Women Rule the World is quite a fun one to listen to. But then throwback to like stuff off Hands, you know, that's a class song. The solo on Delilah from the album Uncool is possibly one of my favourites in the world. I just love it, it's so like emotional. But top dollar song, favourite out of all of them, is Dash, and just that solo and then going into the like beautiful outro is just class. And honestly, I seen that live when I was 15. We went to go and see Bumblefoot, and he played the solo like over the top of the neck, and I'd never seen anyone do that live before, and I'll never forget it. So Bumblefoot, thank you. Now we're going further into it. It actually has been hard to narrow it down to just 5 people, but then, you know, getting the 5 people and ordering them's been rock hard. But here we go. Number 3, we've got Zakk Wylde. Yeah, when I was probably like 9 or something like that, Zakk Wylde was like the guitar hero for me. You might have seen on my channel, I do actually have a bullseye. I'll whip it out. Oh, fuck no. This was the first guitar that my mum and dad bought me, and I got it one Christmas. And I've had this guitar for absolutely years, and I'm never going to get rid of it because I've just loved it ever since I first seen it, you know, as a kid. But yeah, Zakk is just flipping awesome. He sort of became famous as Ozzy Osbourne's guitarist. And while I do appreciate Ozzy's stuff, I think the stuff that he does in Black Label Society just takes it for me. There's loads of like dead chuggy riffs, you know, stuff like in Bleed for Me. Graveyard Disciples, man, that riff. Changed my life, that. But then you've got like unbelievably good solos like Suicide Messiah. Angel of Mercy was like a total game changer to me, because I think I go through phases where I prefer heavy music to like rock. Like that song is such an emotionally hard hitting one, and the solo is just perfect. Like you couldn't beat it. I'd say out of all the Black Label stuff, Hangover Music is probably my favourite album. That's the one I remember being the coolest. And Mafia is a really good album. I really like the Catacombs of the Black Vatican as well. And Zakk's another one who I've seen live, and when I saw Black Label, I think I was probably 13 or 14, and oh my god, it just blew me away. It was like unbelievable. That the solo for Angel of Mercy live, it like took an already amazing solo and just made it more memorable in my brain, and I'll never forget it. Moving on, Guitar Hero 2. Now, before I reveal this dude, I was very torn whether this dude was first or second, but I've gone with second. Here we go. Slash. Slash was the reason I started playing guitar. Now, I grew up with Guns N' Roses because of my dad. There you go, Dad, you're credited. I'm not going to be able to list all the Guns N' Roses songs I like because there's just so many. With Slash, like, he can play fast, but his guitar playing isn't about shredding or anything like that, really. He does a lot of cool runs, but the main thing for me is just the feeling in his guitar solos. Like, he can kill a bend. Stuff like the November Rain solo, you're never going to forget it, are you? Just how it makes you feel. You know, fair enough, you've got songs like Sweet Child of Mine, which everyone knows. Oh, sweet child of mine. Me personally, I am sick the back teeth that song. But looking at it, the guitar work in it is good. It's just, come on. But yeah, I like Slash's work in Guns N' Roses, but I also really like his stuff in Velvet Revolver. R&F&R was a great album, and I do remember that coming out, I think it was like 2011 or I don't know, could be wrong. But I remember that being huge for me because it showed me loads of other rock stars who he worked with. So that's just a class album. So this technically isn't my guitar, it's actually my dad's. This is like what was released for the Rock and Roll. So it came with like a case and a certificate of authenticity. Absolutely love the finish on the back. It's like rhubarb and custard. Just like daft stuff. Like I remember the top hat, and it's just like, oh, just so cool. Like he was a rock star. He still is, but back then it was like he had the image, you know. Stuff that stands out to me from Guns N' Roses, Locomotive. Unbelievable guitar work in that, like the riffs and the solos, and then the complete change in the outro. Oh man, such a good song. Don't Damn Me, that was the one where I was like, wow. Oh, that was the one where I was like, the guitar solos in that song. I remember them being so fast as a kid, and you're probably going to be like, where? Yeah, it's not fast compared to like friggin', I don't know. I can't even think of any of that. I don't even care. So what if you can shred? You're not Slash, are you? There's so many good solos, like The Garden, oh my god. And then there's like Estranged, like I mentioned, November Rain. They're like so melodic. They just make you feel something that a lot of solos can't. I tip my top hat to Slash and say thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have played guitar. Okay, before we dive in to my top guitarist, I'm going to give you some honourable mentions. This is a bit of a random one, and you're probably like, I'm going to put Kurt Cobain on this list because when I first started out playing guitar, there was so many Nirvana songs that I learned, and I just thought they were the coolest thing ever because it was like so exciting as a kid to be able to play songs that you loved listening to. The first song I ever learned on guitar was actually Smells Like Teen Spirit. I used to play that all the time and piss off my mum and dad, but I think they pretended they loved it because I was like 8 or something. The next honourable mention is Kirk Hammett from Metallica. Now, I don't think he's like boy, but he is a cool legend dude, and I would say Metallica was like my entry into metal, which I think is the case for a lot of people, so you got to give him credit really. It is the friggin' Sweet Child of Mine of Metallica, but Enter Sandman was like such a great song to me when I was probably like 10. This is so cool. I want to listen to more heavy stuff. So well done, Kirk. And last but not least, for my honourable mentions, I'm going to say Buckethead. It's got so many songs, you can't listen to them all, and a lot of it is like friggin' overindulging and blows your face off, and a lot of people won't like it, but guitar players can probably appreciate it a lot more. But the songs that you can get through, unbelievable stuff. Like the one that pops out, which I think a lot of people have heard, is Soothsayer. Oh my god, is that a great song. The guitar playing throughout is just flawless. And he also was in Guns N' Roses, like Bumblefoot was. I just also love this like stage look. Like he just looks mental, doesn't he? Let's be honest. It's class. He just didn't give a crud. Last but not least, my number one guitar hero. I still see your shadows in my room. Synyster Gates. Synyster. Number one guitar hero. I think he's going to be my favourite forever, to be honest. I think my favourite solo of all time by Synyster is the guitar solo for Not Ready to Die, because that solo is just phenomenal. I don't think he could improve it in any way. Something about the tone and the shred and then the bends and then it leads into the duel and then it leads into the zombie theme tune, which maybe I'm biased because I love that song, but just the guitar work. Look at City of Evil. Some of the solos on that are friggin' redonkulous, and then everyone knows the solo to Afterlife. I love Save Me. That's probably my favourite Avenged Sevenfold song of all time. If you listen to anything off the stage, the solo is unbelievable on that album. Listen to the emotion in the guitar solo in Angels. It's just unbelievable. And I know Papa Gates did the outro solo. Exist? What the friggin' hell's going on there? I could just endlessly talk about it, so I'm going to stop there. If we're talking Synyster Gates, I actually have two of his signature motors. I have the Synyster Special, back when he had a $sign for the S. So it looks very much like the pinstripe one. So he's got the two invaders on, you know, lovely neck. This is my Synyster Gates Custom S. It's a bit dusty because it's been locked away in the case. Oh, I tell you what, I remember getting this for Christmas on, I think, when I was 13. I tell you what, I couldn't believe my little eyeballs. It was like magic. So shout out to Synyster Gate, what a lad. Honestly, blew my socks off at Christmas. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Legends. If you didn't know, he's also made the Synyster Gates Guitar School, which I would highly recommend you check out if you're a guitarist, because it goes from like the very start, even like how to hold a guitar, how to tune a guitar, all that carry on, all the way up to like economy picking, crazy shizzle. There's loads of theory as well, which is quite important, and as guitarists, I think we neglect it. Yeah. Check that out, because that is friggin' awesome, isn't it, really, that he's done that. And it's free. One day I hope to meet him, shake his hand, and tell him thanks for everything. Cringe! But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you like the guitar heroes that I said. I'd love to know who your guitar heroes are, because there's so many guitarists out there and they could be totally different. I hope you enjoyed my first top 5 video, and if you would like to, give me some ideas for future ones. I've been toying with the idea of top 5 ways to make quick money in GTA 5 online. Please subscribe for more content. I'm at 130 as far as I'm aware right now, so let's friggin'
pump it louder.
Peace out, homies. Rock on, guys.